I'm Bob Forrester along with Sidekick and bar food connoisseur Chuck Parker. We've been traveling these U.S. back roads for over 20 years, finding some of the most unique and historical fun gathering places that still exist from days of their origin, each with their own and sometimes very strange personalities. So join Chuck and me on an incredible adventure. Experience the history, the fun, sample the food and specialty drinks, and witness some of the most secretive historical establishments on America's back roads bars. New Diggins General Store and Inn, located in Wisconsin, is about 150 miles from Chicago, 25 miles outside of Dubuque, Iowa, and just across the Illinois border, about 20 miles, is the historic town of Galena. This Taberna Inn establishment, as they were called in the early founding days of our country, was built in 1844. Like hundreds of others back then, bars like this one sprung up as resting stops for weary travelers crossing the country, and they were gathering places, news centers, where patrons discussed politics and issues of the day, and were often the first buildings to start a county or a community. There's a story behind each of these family-owned and operated establishments, and you will only find them on the inside roads of our nation. Each bar certainly has its own historical personality, and owners and operators Lou Uran and wife Kelly Kerrigan of New Diggins General Store and Inn certainly have kept the history alive with their own personal stamp.
Our footprint is 1844, but there was a big fire in town in 1890. So the floors, walls, and ceiling are from 1890, and everything else is an eclectic mix of things from antique stores, things from auctions, customers. A lot of customers bring things in. My wife wouldn't let me keep this. Can I put it here?
When we first bought the bar, there wasn't a very good feeling here. There's one spirit upstairs and one spirit downstairs.
We actually brought a medium in when we bought the place, and she actually checked upstairs and this floor and said there was a couple in here, and they're friendly.
Tell us about what you serve here for alcohol.
We've got probably 50 different kinds of beers, and we specialize in a few with our New Glarus and Leinenkugels and stuff, but we also make a Moscow Mule. We can do that because we've got a orange-based wine vodka.
You know what? I'd really like to try a Moscow Mule.
Let's do that, and I'll show you also how we do the first one, Bob.
All right.
A little Moscow Mule. Take
This is interesting.
A little lime. You always run the edge with your lime. Squeeze your lime in. A little wine-based vodka.
What is actually a wine-based vodka?
It is actually vodka made from wine.
Oh, that's interesting.
The difference is it's not distilled, it's fermented. That's one of our summer favorites there. We also do a Diggs Dew, which starts with your same, a little more generous with this one. And then we finish this off with a Not Your Father's Mountain Ale,
All right.
which is a cross between Mountain Dew and Squirt.
So there you have it. You want a refreshing drink? Right here. New Diggins General Store and Inn.
This looks phenomenal and it looks homemade.
It is homemade, definitely. We've been smoking the brisket for hours and the pulled pork, and I've been making my own barbecue sauce for 13 years now.
This is unbelievable.
So tell me about the meat paddle. What is that all about?
Well, it actually started in the Depression days in Wisconsin, where the local butcher was having a hard time because no one could afford meat. So he would take some of his meat to the tavern, and he knew the drinkers there would at least buy a chance to win some meat. So he would raffle off meat, and we carry on the tradition here in Southwest Wisconsin. We get meat from the local butcher and from our suppliers, and we get paint sticks numbered 1 through 15, and we sell them for $1 a piece. And somebody gets to pick a chip out, and whoever's number comes up, that person wins that package meat. So it could be chops, chickens, steak and salmon, bacon wrapped pork tenderloins, a little bit of everything. All right, here we go. Winner, 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 winner. Let's see the Give us a winner there. Concentrate. Lucky number 4. Number 4, here we go. Lucky number 7. Lucky number 8. Number 2.
Yes, thank you.
So Chuck, this Backroads bar definitely lived up to its reputation today with great food, fun, entertainment, and those haunted rooms upstairs. I cannot wait to see where we're going to next.
So follow us when we're going to Savannah, Illinois to the Iron Horse Social Club, where I can guarantee you your jaws will totally drop.